What's good, guys? Back with another. Okay. We should be live. Should be. That's what I'm saying. Should be live. So, you guys have already seen the renders. Which I guess is fine, but all right. All right, I'll be back here in a little bit. I'll be back here in just a short few minutes, all right? All right. We are back. I'm gonna get started here in just a second. All right. Hello. You can see me again. Okay. Let's get into it. All right. So, of course, we got big news for you all. Big news. Okay. iPhone 15. But first, we're going to start with a few other things. In just a second. something real quick. Now you should be able to see the view count. Should be black on white now. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's talk about Activision. This is a really solid video.
PlayStation is planning industry-shaking acquisition in response to Xbox Activision deal, says an analyst. Ooh, key, critical. PlayStation versus Xbox. Who will win the war? The war that's been raging for decades.
Whoever has more money.
Despite multiple setbacks, Microsoft are continuing on their attempt to acquire Activision. For months, Activision has been bickering with regulators and companies across the world about the deal, most significantly with regards to the future exclusivity of Call of Duty. Initially, Microsoft said that making COD an Xbox exclusive wouldn't be profitable, but then confessed it's something they'd think about in several years. Sneaky. As reported by GG Recon, PlayStation are reportedly eyeing Take-Two Interactive, which would be major. Industry analyst Lumberjack Ride tweeted, have it on extremely good word that if Microsoft acquires Activision Blizzard, Sony is going after Take-Two to counter it. 3 of my trusted and almost always correct sources confirmed that to me. Oh my, indeed. Huge ramifications. Take-Two Interactive owns Rockstar Games.
GT.
All right, so now I believe you guys are caught up. So, Activision. Well, okay, so Microsoft wants to acquire Activision, right? Activision Blizzard.
DA.
If this deal went ahead,
okay, so I mean that would greatly help Microsoft just grow their empire. You know, they're such a massive company already, right? Let's see. I also think, let me test something here. And another thing, give me just a second. Okay, so yeah, and then Sony, you know, which is associated with PlayStation, they're wanting to acquire Take-Two Interactive, right? Which has the game GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption and many others. So, you know, obviously this war here, and these two companies, Microsoft and Sony, are trying to make these. So for Sony, Sony is trying to make these Take-Two Interactive games. Now this, we don't know for sure if this is official yet, but you know, we'd have to. We'll just have to wait and see. All right. They're trying to make those exclusive to PlayStation, right? And Microsoft is trying to do the exact same thing with Activision, with Activision Blizzard. So you got Call of Duty games. You've got what's some of the other ones? There's just so many. I think I got some here.
Both
actually.
GT.
So we got, you know, all of these Call of Duties, right? Where's the other one? Got so many here. Overwatch, of course. Let's just open a battle net. I mean, it's just ridiculous the number of games that they have. Let's see here. Diablo, that was the one I was thinking of. So literally every single one of these, Diablo, World of Warcraft, you know, all of these, Hearthstone, it's ridiculous. So literally every single one of these would be acquired by Microsoft. And Microsoft is, of course, trying to make these exclusive so that they can make massive amounts of money. All right. Let's get into today's topic. Today's main headline, the iPhone 15. And later on, we're going to be talking about the iPhone 16 as well. All right. iPhone 15. So I showed this, I believe, last episode. But here, exclusive renders, not exclusive. So they're exclusive to this channel, Apple Track. So go subscribe to Apple Track, which is Sam Cole.
That's why I
channel. And also, I want you guys to subscribe to Concept Central because Concept Central made these renders. All right, let's get into it.
Spent the past few days working non-stop with my boy Shea over at Concept Central to bring you this, which we believe are the world's best renders so far of the iPhone 15 Pro. You can see, first of all, on the front, let's just jump onto it. Dynamic Island is staying, but you've got these razor-thin new bezels that are like 50% thinner.
This looks incredible to me. All right. So, one thing to note is that you are going to want to, let me just say here. Okay. So one thing to note, as you're looking at these buttons on the side, they look much thinner than on the 13 and the 14, right? The silence, switch is no longer a switch. As you can see, it's like this button, right? Now, do you guys remember how it was on the iPhone 7, I believe, how the home button was? So, that's basically how these volume buttons, the power button, everything, all of that is going to be just like this.
Than on the 14 Pro. And while you still have the same 6.1-inch screen size here on the sides, you get that really nice looking brushed titanium that, as of right now, I'm just going to say it, I don't like as much as the stainless steel. I like the shine and the glisten of the stainless steel, even though it was a fingerprint magnet. And while I'm not in love with the titanium just yet, I'm sure it will come with time, because on the bottom of the phone, embedded in that titanium, is the USB-C port, which is so cool to see here rendered out. It was supposed to be the most shocking part of these renders, but that award absolutely goes to the new camera bump on the back, which is larger and thicker and really just a work of art on its own. It really could be its own thing at this point. It's that big. And with that being said, I actually think it looks pretty fine. I remember seeing the CAD files, like this is unwieldy. It looks that bad. Sure, it's bigger. Sure, it's pretty.
But like, just look at the size of the camera bump. It's ridiculous. I personally think it's going to be okay. But the thing is, when you compare it to the phone size, and you look at the camera bump compared to that, it's just massive, right? Massive. Yes, massive.
After putting some paint and detail on the model, I don't think it looks that bad. Sure, it's bigger, sure, it's pretty hefty, but it's also going to give us the best images ever, and I really don't think that's that bad of a trade-off. Now, on my iPhone 15, one of the first apps I'll be installing is actually Surfshark.
So, yeah, that's all.
Apple might do a product Red Pro phone this year, just because it's something that they've never done before, and it seems like red would be a really popular color, especially in something a bit more chill like the subdued red. Overall though, just as I had a suspicion with the CAD files, seeing these renders, seeing how it's actually going to look, yeah, it does look pretty similar to the 14 Pro. It's not as big of a visual change, a super cycle, major redesign year as we thought it was going to be. It's not bad. It's definitely an improvement about what we have now. I thought it'd be a little bit more dramatic. It's a nice little change, but fundamentally,
that's true. It does look very, very similar to the iPhone 14 Pro models. I personally like it. One of the main redesigns, of course, is the titanium around the outside and the buttons. And of course, the camera bump is much bigger. All right. So that's where we're at today. with the iPhone 15. And there are those right there. I personally love how these look. That's just me. But okay, let's hop into a current event. What do we got? Oh, yeah, this, dude, I saw this. I'm like, what in the heck is going on? A kissing device allows users to lock lips through their cell phones. What kind of... I really don't know. So, my understanding of this is, like, one person is, like, kind of far away, right? And this just looks really stupid. So, my understanding is one person is, like, you know, like, hours and hours away. So, they use their phone to, like, connect to this device, right? And they, like, kiss the person virtually through this thing, and it, like, feels the same or whatever. I don't know. And then I watched a video about this, and it's just like why? Literally just go and meet the person and just, I don't know. It's kind of stupid. Okay, I saw this. Fully autonomous AI-controlled F-16 fighter. Why? Took part in simulated dogfights and landed without human help. Wow. 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 Alright. Okay. So I already talked about the Activision deal. This is not good at all. Twice as many people died in Japan last year as were born. Record low population crisis in Japan. Not good, not good. So, of course, Hunger Games coming to Netflix for only 1 month. Right here they say this. On Netflix for the next 31 days, so only in March. That's what it seems like. So, I thought this was really, really interesting. Amazon is letting their employees use their stock to finance their home purchases. Wow. Apple is expected to release a new product, several new products, between now and June, including new iPhone 14 colors, which I've talked about a few episodes ago, and the MacBook Air 15-inch, and the Mac Pro. So, Mac Pro is supposed to have Apple Silicon with an M2 Ultra chip inside. So I've heard things about this saying that it's going to be pretty hard to customize it. Now, when you're spending, thousands and thousands of dollars, you're going to want to customize it, right? I don't know. I don't understand. All right, in Cleveland, Ohio, we have a metal fabricator plant with multiple explosions reported. Wow. I pray for them. Very unfortunate. Ah, yes, TikTok. We gotta get to that here. See if I can find it here. Did I bookmark it? Maybe I didn't. Let's just go here. Can't remember. Oop, my bad. I believe TikTok is likely to be banned fairly soon, actually. Let's see if I can find it here. The White House says that TikTok is potentially a national security risk.
Clear that TikTok, poses a problem and an issue. And so we have concerns about that as it relates to Americans' data, collecting Americans' data, and the potential national security risk. And we've been very, very clear on that.
So that's, of course, your press secretary at the White House. So, of course, iOS 16.4 public beta 2 is live. So if you have the public beta, you are able to download it. I don't know where I went now, but oh, it's a little bit before this. As you can see, I tweet a lot. That. I'm really sorry, guys. Ah, yes. Another. So this is a train crash in Larissa, Greece. The station master has been arrested. Killed 36 people. Wow. 36 people. Wow. It's very, very unfortunate. Ah, yes, here we are. The House of Representatives Committee approves the bill giving Joe Biden authority to ban Chinese TikTok. Now, of course, TikTok is owned by ByteDance, which is a Chinese-owned company. Let's see what else here. Just got a few more things I'd like to talk about. And of course, the iPhone 16 I'm going to be talking about here towards the end. Ah, yes. This is a little more information on TikTok. So, TikTok's potential ban could benefit Meta and Snapchat, right? Of course, giving more ad revenue to those companies. Because if TikTok goes away, where are people going to, people are going to spend zero time on TikTok because it's gone, right? So they're going to go to, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook more, right? Let's see. Dude, I saw this. And this is really
I'll back up.
Okay, so this is about the Rivian. Oh shoot, what did I do? Okay, so this is about the Rivian R1T, which is an electric truck.
And I'll try to. Let's wait till.
So in this video, you're gonna see, I believe, the Rivian pulling a 38,000-pound semi. Here we go.
This tow truck goes by, or the plow. Okay, so I'll go this way, and then I'll kind of just go across. Ready? Let me, I gotta go straight backwards. Okay.
Just wow. That's an electric pickup truck. Wow. That's incredible. That makes me happy that I invested in Rivia. Okay. Let's see. What do we got here? Ah, yes. The $1.8 trillion student debt bubble is about to burst. After a 3-year pause, payments on federal student loans are set to resume in the next 6 months. So, you guys remember when President Biden tried to, no, I believe I'm not really sure. I think he's still trying to have this, student loan forgiveness type thing because of COVID. I believe that's why he started it. And so it looks like this is also going to the Supreme Court as well, saying that, you can't do that, it's too much money, right? Things like that. Well, the United States is already in a lot of debt, right? It's just been like that from multiple past presidents, not naming any, multiple past presidents, right? That's just the way it is. GTA 6, this is, what they think it's going to look like. Or maybe these are actual videos of the game. Who knows? This looks like fairly real. Wow. Oh, see? It's gonna be the other person, fighting back. Wow. Huh. Kinda neat. Okay. Yes. TikTok, once again, announced that they will limit screen time for users under the age of 18 to just 60 minutes a day. Interesting. Okay. There's one other thing. Yes. Xiaomi is introducing AR glasses, which add micro OLED and dimming lenses. Kind of neat. There's one other thing I wanted to show you guys. Okay. There it is. Okay. So.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Tesla has opened their Supercharger network to anyone with an electric vehicle, right? But it's not every single charger, as you'll see in this video. So we're not going to watch the entire 12-minute video. But basically, it's kind of interesting how they're doing it. So certain chargers are open. And for non-Teslas. And yeah, let's just
I'm KBHD here, and today I'm going to try something a little different. Teslas, they can use Tesla Superchargers, which are recently about the public charger experience, which is not exactly ideal. There are issues with uptime, there are issues with reliability. Showing up at a charger, it's broken. Showing up at a charger, you're not sure if it's going to be full or not. There's less than optimal experiences there. But today is the first day that is actually a little bit different, because Tesla has opened up a couple of select superchargers to be used by non-Tesla EVs. So I'm in the Rivian R1T today, as you can see to me, all the way over, and you can see the Tesla EV. You open the Tesla app, you make an account.
So this is how you use a Tesla Supercharger if you don't have a Tesla, or you're using a non-Tesla, right?
And you scroll all the way over, and you can see there's charge your non-Tesla, and you hit that. And as of right now, there's not a huge list. I don't know why it defaulted to Africa just now. Interesting. But when I zoom in, it starts to show me non-Tesla chargers in my area or near me. And as you can see, some of these are like regular not super fast chargers, but there are some superchargers that have popped up. A lot of them are in the New York area, and one of them right here looks like it has 3 stalls available. It's in Brewster, New York. It's a 250 kilowatt charger, and I'm gonna arrive there with 98 miles of range left. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna plug in. I'm gonna see what happens. Okay, so we've arrived. There are a bunch of chargers here, 8 of them. Someone else is charging. Got here with 30% battery left, and already you can see a little bit of a difference. There's a sign here that says scan for instructions to charge a non-Tesla. And what it's gonna do is take you to instructions on how to sign up for an account, get in the app, and do what we're about to do here. So hopefully there's no reflections here. Let's do it. Charge your non-Tesla. I'm gonna have to talk about where I've parked in a second. This is a concern, but we'll get into this. This is the charger that we're at, Brewster, New York, 250 kilowatts. Shows it's 39 cents per kilowatt with a membership.
So, as most of you know, if you have a Tesla, it's much, much cheaper. Well, okay. If you have a Tesla, it's much cheaper to use a Tesla supercharger, right, than it is if you don't have a Tesla, if you have a non-Tesla EV, right? It's just the way it is. So it's 39 cents a kilowatt if you have a membership, or it's 49 cents a kilowatt if you don't have a membership for non-Teslas.
49 without. Charge here. And this is going to ask me which stall I'm at. So instead of just plug and play like a normal Tesla, I got to go, okay, that's 1A. This is 1B. So I'm going to hit 1B. And now let's look at what happens with the retrofit. So the front of the R1T is where our charge port is. And for these select chargers, Tesla has retrofitted this built-in CCS adapter on the end of the plug. So typically with a Tesla, you just pop this cable out and plug it in. But with the Rivian or any other CCS charger, it looks like that, which won't fit. So a built-in adapter needs to be unlocked, and I hit unlock. Push the handle into the dock, then pull out to remove. Okay, let's try it. Sure enough, that worked out for me. Let's plug it into the car. I heard the pin lock already, which is good. And ideally, that is the closest thing to a plug-and-play experience we'll have with a Rivian. And wow, it's actually already working. 60 miles an hour, 34 minutes to full charge, and we are moving 100 miles an hour of charging. Solid.
So as you can see, it works pretty well. Of course, he uses the Tesla app to get started charging, right? And then he can see it in his Rivian, the information about the charging. But of course, as I'll show here in a second, you can see more information about that in the Tesla app and how much it costs and things like that.
That was really quick. Okay, let's talk. So a couple things to note here. One, if this was a Tesla, it would be plug and play. You just hit the button, plug into your car, and your car tells you everything about the charging experience. Here, this car tells me some stuff, but also the app is telling me some other things. Like right now, with my current cold battery, I have 143 kilowatt charging speed, which is pretty good. It's going to tell me how much this charge session is costing, and I can always stop charging at any point if I want to. But there are a couple other things to note. Now, as I mentioned, the charge port on the R1T is front left. Oh, you can hear the fans going. This is what supercharging is like. Most Teslas, and as you saw before when that person was over there, actually every single Tesla has the charge port on the back left. So currently this truck is parked in a spot that would actually be occupied by someone who's over here. If I was...
So what he's trying to say is here, I'll just show you guys. So this is the issues that we're gonna have.
And this is the thing we're gonna start noticing is when more non-Teslas start to charge, I think the etiquette is gonna have to be, you have to ask someone to move over. Because at this point, if now we get one more F-150 Lightning or somebody with the charge port on the left, there's a spot, but they can't use it, and there's a spot, but they can't use it. So that's gonna be kind of interesting.
So this is personally what I think. I think that Tesla is going to fix this over time, and they're going to have like more chargers situated in more locations, and they'll fix the way their parking lots are, right? So I think they'll fix that over the time, but that's just how it's starting out. So, letting all EVs use Tesla superchargers. So that's how it is. All right, let's get to the last topic of the day. Where were we at? iPhone 16. So, I made this tweet today, March 2nd. As you can see, it looks like Apple is planning on putting Face ID under the screen on the iPhone 16 Pro models. Only the Pro models. This is according to a 9to5 Mac. Let's watch his video.
Apple patent.
Now this is Lou later, of course.
That's like if you got that in a thumbnail right there, this image that they put on 9.
Well, I'll put it as a clip.
Assuming that they're able to actually fit the Face ID components necessary under display. I think it's going to be a combination, right? Some under.
So completely under display. Now this is what this concept looks like. Where are you going to put the camera? They're not really showing where the camera is right here. So is it going to be under display? Is it going to be that? I don't know. Or are they going to have just a dot cut out like it is on Samsung's
display, and some are going to be trapped right in that?
We will have to just wait and see till. We'll just have to wait until 2024. 2024.
That bezel section.
Mm-hmm.
Coincidentally, Apple was granted a patent for this technology on the same day as the latest supply chain report. iPhone 10 introduced the notch. 14 Pro came Dynamic Island. iPhone 16 Pro expected to offer the next logical step, embedded Face ID components beneath the display. I know they wanted to do it for a while, but it's difficult with all the variety of sensors and emitters that are part of their Face ID system. It's not as simple as just a front-facing camera on Apple's side. There are some face unlock systems that work that way, and they're extremely fast, but they're less secure.
Sure.
Apple didn't want to give up the security level they had achieved with Face ID, so we still have a dynamic island. But you got to think, it must be possible to miniaturize these things over time, figure out a way, and then have that same aggressive screen-to-body situation that we're seeing on Android devices, but come onto the iPhone. That could be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives you more screen real estate, less distraction.
Yep. Of course, that's a big point. More screen real estate, and what we're expecting is, of course, more. How do we put this? So, of course, more screen real estate, and it's supposed to look like. So a lot of people think that Face ID is much better than Samsung's version of it. I'm not really sure what they call it, but their facial identification feature. A lot of people think that it's much, much better. I have no idea. That's just what I've heard. Some of my friends think that it's just much better. Some of the people that I talk to. And it's really hard to know. All right. So, real quick, let's open up this. So this is Microsoft Edge. Bing AI, the new Bing, right? This is exactly what we're going to be doing next episode. Now, next episode is going to be a bit. Not going to lie. It's going to be a little bit. All right, so let's just go to my channel real quick. So, I already have a live stream scheduled. As you can see, it says 3/14/23. So, it's going to be a little bit. Okay, it's going to be about a week and a half. Now, next time, come around here to this live stream, to this YouTube channel, we're going to be here. this will be one of the first things we do next live stream. My next tech live stream will be Chat GPT. Click here on chat, and here we are. The new Bing. Gotta wait though. As you can see, they have these. So that's what it looks like. All right. So I hope you all have enjoyed today's live stream. Without further ado, I think we're going to close out right here. All right. Hope you guys have a great evening, great week, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream or the next video, whichever one.